Welcome everyone to Corporate Bhagavad Gita. The prayers on my screen, you can repeat with me. Om Jnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshunanmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shuktapadakam Shri Guru Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahagana Raghunatam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतम सावधूतम परिजन सहितम चैतन्य देवम श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी श्री प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So welcome everyone to Corporate Bhagavad Gita. We are reading from Gitartha Sangraha by Srila Yamunacharya, so Sri Vaishnava from South India. He had written a summary of Gita in 32 verses. So we are going one by one. And we are going through some purports of Sri Ramanacharya also. So this time we are starting with the second chapter, the summary of second chapter. Nitya Atma Sanga Karmeha Agocharaha Sankhya Yoga Dihi Dvitiya Sthita Di Lakshaha Prokta Tanmoha Santaye. Tanmoha Shantaye. Okay. So Yamunacharya, he summarizes second chapter with few things. He says three things are discussed in this second chapter. Dvitiya is second chapter. Three things are discussed. First is Sankhya Yoga Dhi. Sankhya Yoga is a knowledge of the Atma. Knowledge of the Atman. Yoga, which yoga is discussed? Karma Yoga. And Nitya Atma, the Atma is eternal. And Asanga Karmeha, when we perform the Karma Yoga, then we should perform it without attachment. Asanga, without attachment, we should perform that karma. Asanga. Krishna says, right? You are karmanya divadaraste ma kadeshu phalachana. That you are entitled to perform your karma, but not to the fruit, right? So asanga, without attachment to the fruit. Sthita dihi. So last few shlokas, Krishna talks about sthita dhira. So that is the goal. The goal is take this knowledge of Atma, do Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, and achieve this Jnana state of Sthita Dhiri. In this way, Arjuna's confusion will be removed. What was Arjuna's confusion? How can I fight? Why should I fight? Why should I kill my teacher, my grandfather? Why should I kill? That was his confusion. So Krishna's answer is, first thing, we are all not the bodies but the soul. We never die. We just take new bodies. In that we perform actions. The best thing is we understand this knowledge of Atma, understand nobody dies. Second thing is everyone does action. Which is the best action to be done? Karma Yoga. When you do Karma Yoga, you are not entitled for the sinful reactions. And third thing is Sthita Dhira. Sthita Dhira means now your mind is very disturbed. By doing this, getting this knowledge of Atma and Karma Yoga and performing it, contemplating on the goal, then you will become Sthita Dhira. You will become equal. You will become equanimous. You won't be disturbed in this world, basically. So we'll get into the details. If you have any questions, comments, you can always interrupt me. Okay. Okay. The way is it's divided into three. This chapter from 2.11 to 30 is Atma Tattva knowledge, Atma knowledge. 31 to 53 Karma Yoga, 54 to 72 Sthita Dhira Jnana Yoga. So few things we will see about Atma Yoga, which we have discussed so many times. Hmm. 13. What's the point of this? So Arjuna is confused. Therefore, he says this verse here, 2.7. कार्पण्यदोषोपहत्स्वभाव यश पृच्छामि त्वं धर्मसमूढचेतः यश्रेयान् यश्रेय स्यान् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. I am confused, so I'll become your student Krishna, and now you tell me. I am surrendered to you. You give me the knowledge. Tvam dharma samudachetaha. You instruct me. Sadhi. Sadhi means instruct. You instruct me. न हि प्रपश्यामि ममापुनाया यक्षोक्तम उच्छोसनम इंद्रियाणाम अवाप्य भूमो असाप्नम रिद्धम राज्यम सुराणाम अपि चाधिपत्यम. I can find no means to drive this grief, which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it, even if I win a prosperous, unraveled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the devatas in the heavens. Even if I win, I won't be able to drive this grief, this sadness in there in my heart. Therefore, Krishna, you tell me what is best. And then Krishna starts saying, then he says, I shall not fight. Govinda, I shall not fight. Na yotsa iti Govinda uktva tushinam bahuvaha. Sanjay vacha. Budakesha parantabaha. No yotsa. No yotse. No yotse iti. I shall not fight. Govinda. Then Arjuna says, I shall not fight. Then Krishna starts speaking. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Asocham anavasochatam pragya vadam sabhashashe gatasun agatasun sa nanusochanti panditaha. While speaking learned words, you are mourning for what? For what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. And then the famous verses on the Atma starts. न त्वयेहं जातुनासं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिप न चैवं न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयम् अतः परम्. There was never a time I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Arjuna's fears, oh, they will die, they will die, they will die. Krishna says, they never die. Okay, the body never dies. The Atma continues after death. Dehinosim yata dehe komaram yovanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhiras tatra namuyati. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such change. At the time of death, the soul passes into another body. At the time of death, the soul passes into another body. Sober person, a wise person is not bewildered by such change. Matra sparshasthu konteya sitosna sukha dukkada agama paino nityastam tatikshva bharata. Okay, now that you understood, now that you know that there is Atma, hmm, there is duality in this world, simply tolerated without being disturbed. Without being disturbed, simply tolerate this duality of what? Happiness, distress. Just like if we tolerate summer season, winter season, similarly tolerate this happiness and distress. These are all temporary only. Yam hi vyatahiyete purusham purusharshava samdukha sukham dhiram na amritaya kalpate. Those who are not disturbed, they are eligible for amrita. Amrita means liberation, moksha. They are eligible for moksha. So think about moksha. Na soti vidyate bhavo na bhavo vidyate satah उभयोरपि दृष्टोऽन्तस्त्वा अनयोस्तत्त्वदर्शिभिः. Those who are seers of the truth, those who know the truth, they have concluded that non-existence, the material body, there is no endurance, and of the eternal, there is no change. They have concluded by studying the nature of both. The body changes, but the soul doesn't. अविनाशी तु यद्विधि तन् सर्व इदं ततं विनाशम अव्यस्यस्य न कश्चित् कर्तुम् अर्हति. That which prevents the entire body, you should know to be indestructible. The soul is indestructible. No one is able to destroy that perishable soul. अंतवंत इमे देहे नित्यो सोक्त शरीरिणः अनाशीनो अप्रमेयस्य तस्माद्युद्धस्य भारत. The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable and eternal Jivatma, the Atma, the living entity is surely to come to an end. What is come to an end? The material body is come to an end. Either they will die naturally or in this war. Therefore get up and fight. Arjuna, यायनं वेति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभयोतो न विजायन्ते विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते. Neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he thinks it is slain, is in knowledge. For the self slays not, nor is slain. Nothing dies, न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भवित्वा न भूयो अजो नित्यं शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. For the soul there is neither birth nor death. He has never come into being, does not come into being, will not come into being. He was always there. He was unborn, eternal, ever existing, primeval. He is not slain. When the body is slain, Arjuna, like that, Veda vinasam nityam ya enam ajam avyayam katham sapurusha partha kam kama ghatayati khantikam. Oh Partha, how can a person who knows that soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, immutable, anyone can cause anyone to kill? One who knows about Atma knows that there is no such killing. It is only the body. So what is this body all about? वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. Just like we change clothes, the body The soul is changing different bodies just like we change clothes. You know, the soul is taking new clothes. That's it. That is the ultimate meaning of birth and death. Why we are reading all this? Because very interestingly Krishna will start saying something else now. After this whole section now, he starts saying something else. Nainam chindanti shastrani nainam dahati pavaka na chainam kledayantopi na shoshati marutaha. The soul can never be cut, burned, moistened, withered. Nothing will happen. Achedyoyam adayoyam yakledyom ashoshachevasa nitya sarvagata sthanur achaloyam sanatanaha. It is unbreakable, insoluble, neither can be burned, died, everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immutable. Avaktoam achintoyam avikaryo emuchyate tasmademam viditvainam na susochanti marasi. The soul is invisible, inconceivable, immutable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. अथ चैनम नित्यं जातं नित्यं वा मनसे मृतं तथापि त्वं बहि महाबाहो नैनं सोचितुम् अर्हसि. If however you think that the soul will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament. So even those who don't believe in the soul, it's fine, because one who has taken birth will die. So even if you go with that philosophy, it is fine. Don't be so disturbed by it. जातस्य ध्रुवोर्मृत्युर्ध्रुवं जन्म मृत्यस्य तस्मादपि हार्येते तं न त्वं सोचितुम् अर्हसि. Therefore, who has taken birth is sure to die, and after that, one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, it's unavoidable discharge of your duty. You should not lament. They will die, then they will take birth again. So, did they die? No, right? Don't worry so much. अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत अव्यक्तनिधानि निधानानि एव तत्र क परिदेवना. All created beings are unmanifested in the beginning, manifest in the interim state, unmanifest again when annihilated. What is the need for lamentation? Okay. आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम् आश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चैनम् आश्चर्यवच्चैनं न अन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्रापि एनं वदा वेद न चैव कश्चित्. Some look at soul as amazing, some describe them as amazing, some hear of him amazing. Even a while after hearing, they cannot understand all of him. Soul is a very complicated thing for some people. देहि नित्यम अव्यध्योयम देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं सोचितुम् अर्हसि. Those, the soul never dies, Arjuna. Don't grieve on these living beings. Now, after telling this whole knowledge of Atma, one may think, okay, if we have to work on the level of Atma, then we don't have to do anything, right? Why to fight also, right? Why to fight? And that will come anyway. Why I should fight? Then Krishna says, no. Even if we know the Atma is not going to get killed, the body has to be destroyed if it is not aligned to Dharma. Swadharma api chavekshya na vikampitum arhasi dharmyadhi yuddhascha shreyonyat kshatriyasya na vidyate. Think about your duty, Arjuna. You are a Kshatriya. There is no better engagement for you to fight on religious principles, so there is no need for hesitation. You are Kshatriya, Arjuna. Happy are the Kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come without being invited, because there are doors to the heavenly planets. You will go to Swargaloka, Arjuna, if you fight. Atha chetvam imam dharmam sangramam na karishyasi तथा स्वधर्मम कृतिम च हित्वा पापी papam avyapsasi. If however you do not perform your duty of fighting, then you will incur sin because you didn't do your duty. If a policeman doesn't do his duty, if a person doesn't do his duty, then he is entitled for crime. Similarly, you will be entitled for sin for not committing this duty. People will speak infamy about you, will say, oh, you ran away. They'll give you bad thing, bad words. A fighter, when insulted, will feel very bad. Anyone insulted feels very bad. But Kshatriya feels very, very bad. They have this pride with them. And if they are insulted, they'll feel very bad. So Krishna is saying you will feel very bad when people will, tell bad names about you. The general will think that you ran away. You got fearful in the battle, therefore you ran away. They laugh at you. Your enemies will give you bad words, unkind words. That will be more painful to you. You either get killed or attain heavenly planets, or you win and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up with determination and fight. But then, how to fight? Sukho dukho samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo tatho yudhya yujasva nainam naivam papam avyapsasi. This is how you need to fight, Arjuna. Do thou fight for the sake of fighting. Okay, for the sake of fighting, you fight. Don't consider happiness, distress, loss, gain, victory, defeat. And by not doing this, you won't incur sin. This is the way you need to fight. Now, in the above section, the word Swargam was used. Srila Ramanacharya says Swargam here means moksha. Why? Because Gita itself is a moksha shastra. And those who are in the battlefield will achieve moksha because they'll die in front of Krishna and they have heard Bhagavad Gita. And he talks about three things, right? Happiness, sadness, gain, loss, victory, failure. From a victory, we gain, then we feel happy. From a failure, we have a loss, then we feel sad. Then what Krishna says? Tolerate. Don't consider all these things. Just fight for the sake of fighting. Now, one may think, why is Krishna telling him to fight after telling him the knowledge of yoga? Not yoga, Atma. Any thoughts on this? It is ahankar to think that I am Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Yes? Do you agree with this statement? It is false ego to think that I am Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Is this
Yes,
right?
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes,
Then why Krishna is telling Arjuna, think you are a fighter and fight. If in the 18th chapter, Krishna talks about ahankar. Yad ahankaram ashritya. If you do not act according to my direction, do not fight. And do not fight, then you will be falsely directed. By your ahankar, you will be engaged in a warfare. So Krishna is saying your ahankar will make you falsely directed. But at the same time, he is saying here, no, Arjuna, fight. Is he contradicting himself? Is he contradicting? Hmm? Any thoughts? Should we give up ahankar? Yes, no?
Prabhuji, we may not give up. I
Okay.
mean, not maybe not in our control. Like,
Okay.
yeah, we have to do something. I mean, we have to always do something.
Hmm.
So that is why here, like,
Hmm.
either you will be killed or battlefield and attain the heavenly planets. So it's your duty. Like, it's a karma. Karma is his duty is to fight because he is a
Hmm.
kshatriya by nature.
Yeah.
So he should fight.
Okay. One of the word Krishna uses here is swadharmam.
Yeah. So
So the ahankar that we get is because we are in this body, right? This body has mind, intelligence, senses, some convictions. All this is ahankar. At this point, I got this body, so I am thinking like this. Like if I get into a woman's body, I will start thinking about like a woman only. Getting?
yes,
That's
yes,
the
correct.
ego. I am a woman. I am a man. I am an animal. Then we bloat it. I am a rich person. I am a rich woman. Like that. So this ahankar is there. Why it is called false? Because it is temporary. At the time of that, we give it up.
Yeah.
But when we are living in it, when we are living in the body, then this ahankar can be refined. Refined means it can be corrected. How?
By by attaching towards service of Krishna.
Okay, good. Now, not everyone is thinking about Krishna. So, how will you explain them?
Then their own duty, like respective duty, whatever is
Yeah. So, where are these duties mentioned?
in our Purana, in our Shastras, like in
Yes.
our Shastras.
So, ahankar becomes refined if we align our swadharma, psychophysical nature, with dharmayat, with religious principles. So, our psychophysical nature is like a Kshatriya. Then I align it with religious principle. Then it becomes good ahankar.
Yeah.
This is how Ramanujacharya explains. When
Yes.
we say we have to give up ahankar, then we have to give up the wrong type of ahankar. First of all, ahankar itself is false, but there is a false on the false also. There is a wrong false ego, and there is a refined false ego. As you said, we cannot give up this ahankar because till we are in this body, it will always what force us, right? We
Yes.
define false ego, but this is a refined ahankar, refined false ego is what we are talking about. And second is wrong false ego. Which one has to give up? Okay, how do we define what is refined ahankar and what is the wrong false ego? On the basis of Shastra. Okay? Guru Sadhu Shastra, you can say like that. Guru Sadhu Shastra. Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. If our ahankar is aligned with Guru Sadhu Shastra, then it is refined ahankar. We did not give it up. We utilize in Krishna's service by aligning it with the Guru Sadhu Shastra. Does that make sense?
Yes, Prabhu.
When we don't align it, then that ahankar will push us to do what we have to do. A Kshatriya will fight as a Kshatriya, but he may do something adharmic. Okay? He may do something adharmic, which is not to be done. How do we know which is what is to be done, what is not to be done? Shastras only tell. This is to be done, that is not to be done. Getting? And Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita, in the later chapters, he says that. Um, okay. In the, let's see, 16th chapter. One who discards scriptural injunctions, act according to his own whims, attains neither perfection nor happiness nor supreme destination. Therefore, one should therefore understand what is duty, what is not duty by the regulations of scriptures. Knowing such regulation, one should act. Meaning, one should ultimately act only. But according to know what is duty and not duty by the regulations of scriptures. Does it make sense? Yah shastra vidhim utsrijya vartate kama karatah na sa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. And what's the next verse? Tasma shastram pramanam te. Pramanam. Take the praman from the shastra. Karya akarya vyavasthito. In determining what is karya akarya. Karya is duty, what is not duty. Gyatva shastram vidhanoktam. From knowing from this gyatva, know from the shastra, vidhanoktam, which is vidhanas, which is full of vidhanas, regulations. Karma kartum ahars iharasi. Karma kartum. Karma kartum means do your karma. Iharasi. In this way you will be elevated. Okay. So Krishna is not telling not to act. Krishna is telling you act. But gyatva shastram vidhanoktam. From the shastras you act. And I will give you this Gita Shastra. Right? I'll give you this Gita Shastra. That makes sense?
Yes, Prabhuji. Can you now see that 18th chapter one, Prabhuji?
18th.
Yeah, that other one, what we showed, no? There is a contradiction with the that you will have to fight like that. You will be falsely directed by your nature. And 59, I think. If you do not
Yes,
act
15.
according to my direction.
Ahankar. The word ahankar is used. Yad ahankaram ashritya. Ashritya means you will take shelter of your ahankar. Which ahankar he is talking about? So in the previous verse he says, which is not conscious of me. Maccha sitta sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyasi atha chetvam ahankaram na shoshasi vinanshasi. If you become conscious of me, you will pass obstacles of your conditioned life. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness, but act through that false ego, which is not in conscious of me, and Krishna includes everything, sadhu, shastri, guru, everything, then you will be lost. Getting?
Yeah.
Same thing, then he continues in the next verse, 59 verse. Yad ahankaram. That ahankar which thinks that I am smart than the Shastras, I am smart than Sri Krishna, I am smart than everyone. That ahankar, one takes shelter, ashritya. What happens? Then you will fall down, basically. You will act. You will act. There is no problem. You will act. But there is a problem that will happen later. It won't give you the fruits. Therefore, surrender to that Supreme who is situated in your heart. Okay?
Yeah.
Surrender to him. Listen from what he says. Then you will attain transcendental peace, supreme and eternal abode. And then think about all of that, what I've said. You do, you wish to do, that all comes. Okay. So I talked about this ahankar. So this ahankar is given to us at the time of when we get the body. So we cannot just give up, but we can dovetail it. We can direct it. The wrong type is to say that I know better than Krishna and Shastra. I'll act according to my ahankar. Refined ahankar is karishya vachanam tava. Right? Karishya vachanam tava. Do what you wish. What is that? Yathachisi tatha kuru. Do what you wish, Krishna says. Okay. 65. 65. 66. Where does Arjuna speak 67? Does he speak 67? No. Uh, hmm. Arjuna says in 73, he says, नष्टमोह स्मृतिर्लब्धा त्वत्प्रसादान् मयाच्युता स्थितोऽस्मि गत संदेह करिष्य वचनम तव. Now Arjuna's ahankar is saying karishya vachanam tava. So ahankar is refined now. Okay. Ahankar is refined. It is still there, but now it is refined. So that is one thing. We cannot give up ahankar. We can refine it. If we align it to Guru Shasu Sasra and don't tell it all our desires to pleasing Krishna. Getting? Any question on that? Any confusion? Hmm. Okay. So now we understand, okay, we cannot give up our Swadharma. Our Ankar, we need to refine it and we can perform our activities. Okay, few more things. Arjuna was saying, right? No, Krishna was saying, Arjuna, hey, you will anyway fight, right? So later on in Mahabharata war, what happens is Yudhishthir, he insults Arjuna because what happens is Yudhishthir gets hurt, so he returns back to the his tent, and Arjuna comes looking, what happened to my brother? And Yudhishthir saying, oh, you come, so probably you have defeated Karna. Arjuna said, no, I didn't defeat Karna, I just came to see you. Yudhishthir gets angry. How could you come? You know, your Gandhi is useless. Throw it away. Arjuna gets angry and he says that I have taken a vow. Whoever tells me to throw Gandiva, I will kill him. Now, Yudhishthir, I have to kill you. And then Krishna is standing there and he says, wait. Nobody kills anyone. There's another way to kill. If you insult a Kshatriya, that is also killing. So you insult Yudhishthir. And then Arjuna insults Yudhishthir. Tells some bad thing about him. And that's how it is mitigated. So Ahankar is there. It's going to come. And we have to just align it with what Krishna is trying to say. You know, Guru Sadhu Shastra is trying to say. So Ahankar will tell us how we will function in this world. Hmm? Our buddhi will give us boundary, and that buddhi should be fed with shastras. Then it will give us boundary how to use this Ahankar, align it, dotale it, limit it, expand it. Spiritual identity, the second chapter gives Aham Brahmasmi. That will give us spiritual identity. Aham Dasosmi will give us the servant identity. I am Krishna's servant. Okay. Now, another way to look at it is, Ahankar will be different for different people, right? Just like a Kshatriya, he will risk his life. But if you tell him, can you risk your money? No. Yeah, he will fear. But if you tell him, risk your life, he will go. But we take a case of Vaishya, a businessman. You tell him to risk his life, he'll say no. But you tell him to take huge risk in business, he will take it. Right? So this is Ahankar. It will be different for different people. We just have to align it. Okay. So we'll go further. Okay. Now, Krishna is going to talk about Karma Yoga. Krishna is going to talk about Karma Yoga. And he tells, I'll explain this terms of working without fruitive results. I'll explain to you. Without fruitive result, I'll tell you. That will make you free from bondage of work. You will anyway work now, but work without fruitive results. It doesn't give you bondage. How? I'll explain. So Krishna says, okay. Neha Vikramanosti Pratyopana Vidyate. Okay. In this endeavor, there is no loss and diminution. While doing Karma Yoga, there is no loss and there is no failure. You will get the result, even if you half completed. In this regard, there is a very nice story given by Parashara Muni. He says there was a Brahmana named Soma Sharma, and he was performing one yagya, 5-day yagya to go to moon planet. But on the fourth day, he died. So he was performing this karma yagya, um, kamya karma. This is called kamya karma. So he was performing this kamya karma, desiring, I want to go to a heavenly planet, but he failed. So now, what was his destination? Can anyone guess? What was his destination?
Mm.
He failed to complete his yagya. What was his destination? What do you think? Throw an answer.
Like he did not get the result of his yajna.
Uh-huh. Then what happened to him? He didn't get the result. What happened to him?
He'll take birth again, Prabhu, as
He'll
a
take
Brahmana.
birth. Okay.
And
Okay. So when we do kamya karma, right? When we do kamya karma, this doesn't happen like this. Okay? It doesn't happen like this. So he became a Brahma Rakshas. Failure.
Mhm.
Hmm? He became failure actually. 1 minute. Hmm. Okay. He became a failure. He became a Brahma Rakshas. This is very strict karma, not karma yoga, but very strict karma. Karma kand, what we say, na? Not karma kand. Let's say kamya karma. So kamya karma is very strict. If you incomplete, gone. So he became a Brahma Rakshas. And once a devotee came in front of him and he wanted to eat the devotee. The devotee said, wait, today is Ekadashi. I have to fast whole night. Tomorrow morning I will come. Brahma Rakshas was like impressed. Never seen such a food which will give a schedule time. I'll come tomorrow. So he knew this is Brahmana
Mhm.
and he's true to his word. So he just allowed. The whole night, this Brahmana sang for Krishna's pleasure, many prayers, songs. And next morning he came and he said, fine, now eat me.
Mhm.
Brahma Rakshasa was very impressed. And he appreciated this devotee Brahman. And just by that appreciation, his Rakshas body got dissolved and
Oh.
he was freed from the curse. At that time, he told his past story to this Brahmana. So, when we connect it to Krishna, then even a failure becomes a success. Okay? Then even a failure. Similarly, Karma Yoga, when we connect it to Krishna, it will, even if incomplete, it will give success. That's the meaning of this verse. Neha विक्रमानस्तुस्ति प्रत्योवानो न विद्यते स्व अल्पमपि धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. There is no loss or diminution. Little advancement will protect you from the most danger fear. He was doing kamya karma, incomplete, he fell down. But when he came in contact with devotee, with bhakti, he um, he got liberated like that from his Brahma Rakshas family. Now, same thing, Krishna says here, Vedas talk about a lot of kamya karma. Hmm? Yam imam pushpitam vacha. They are like flowery words, pushpa. Ved vada ratah prartha. They are after, I want to go to heavenly planets and all that. And they think there's nothing more than this. They are attached to too much of sense enjoyment. Then the yoga, Vyavasatmaka buddhi samadona vidyate. This buddhi yoga doesn't work out for those who are too much interested in sense enjoyment. Bhoga Aishwarya Prasaktana. If they're too much interested in that, this buddhi yoga doesn't come up in their head. They are too much interested in three modes of material nature. Therefore, they are suffering. From the Vedas, you become detached. Karmanyevadikaraste ma fadeshu kadachana ma karma phala hetu bhur na ma me sangosti karmani. Become detached to Nishkam Yoga. Perform your duty. Don't be attached to the result. Don't be attached to the result. This is Nishkam Karma Yoga. योग स्थितो कुरु कर्माणि संगम त्यक्ता धनंजया असिद्धि असिद्ध्यो समभूत्वा समत्वम योग उच्यते. Come to this samatvam yoga. Come to this equanimity. Perform your duty. Abandon attachment to success and failure. Then come to this equanimity. Durena hi avaram karma. This is a very interesting thing. He says keep all the above activities away from buddhi yoga. This creates another confusion. Chapter number 3 in Arjuna's head, which he will say when we the first question he will say Durena means what? Dur rakho. Keep it away. What? Avaram karma. Ghastly activities. So he thinks, Are killing is ghastly, right? So I should keep it away. Krishna told me. So that becomes part of third chapter. So Krishna is saying keep away. Fine. But it actually doesn't mean keep away. It means you do it in line with karma yoga. Buddhi yukto. You do it with this buddhi yukta. Jahatita. Ubhe sukrut dushkrita tasman yogasya yujyasva yoga karmashu kaushal. Those who are doing this buddhi yoga, which is karma yoga, devotional service, they get rid of bad and good reaction. Even this life. This is the art of all work. Karmajam buddhi yukta hi phalam tvakta manishinam janma bandha. By engaging in this buddhi yoga, great sages and devotees, they have freed themselves from the cycle of birth and death also. They have got liberation also. Yada te mohata kaililam buddhir vyavasthitrashe tad gantasya sutasya. Okay, when you are intelligent has passed through dense foreign of delusion, you will become indifferent of all that has been heard and all that is to be heard. When a mind is no longer disturbed by the flowery language of Vedas, that means go to heavenly planets, do that, this, that. No. It is now fixed on Buddhi Yoga. It is fixed on Yogam Avapsasi. When it is fixed on Yoga, then you will achieve divine consciousness. Then there is a third part, that is Sthita Pragya, that Krishna explains. So now, what we read, right? We'll talk about this Nishkama Karma Yoga and Samatvam Yoga. So in Karma Yoga, there are three things to be done. One is Nishkama Karma Yoga. Do your karma without attachment for the result. Okay, don't be too much attached to the result. Second, your karma should do welfare to the people. Should not just do welfare to yourself, but welfare to the people also. And you should do it with the understanding that I am not the only doer. It is not like I am doing it everything. No, I am just an instrument. Used, the three modes are doing it. We went through. Who is doing the actual digging? It is the machine which is doing the actual digging under the instruction of the operator, which is the soul. But who is permitting all these things? The Supreme Lord is permitting. That means the owner of this property is permitting. Go dig that. So definitely he can say I did it, but technically the machine did it. Technically the machine did it. So he said I did it with the help of the machine. That is real understanding, right? Under the permission of the owner of this land. Okay, under the permission of this owner of this land, I am using this machine to dig. Similarly, the soul is saying I am using this biomechanical machine, the human body, under the permission of the super soul to do these activities, whatever, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, whatever. So this is real understanding. You're getting?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Where are we? So when we are understanding that this is, I am not the real doer, I'm doing it under the as an instrument, and I'm also instrument. Even though I am operator, I'm still an instrument, right? Under me there is another instrument, the material modes which I am using, but I am also instrument. So when we do all these three things and contemplate, then we get this samatva yoga. Samatva yoga means we start then seeing happiness, distress same. We start seeing people equally, friends, foes, animals equally. We start seeing objects also equally. Gold, stone, we see it is same only. Now, this samatvam yoga that Krishna is saying is actually internal consciousness. While the karma yoga, Nishkam karma yoga, is the external thing. What do I mean? Meaning externally we have to do our work as per Nishkam Karma Yoga. Internally we should have the consciousness of Samatva Yoga, that is equality. The example is given is externally Ram killed Vali and Rakshasa, Ravana. Right? Today is Ram Namavi. So Sri Ram killed Vali and Ravana, both. Many others also he killed. But after killing, he had Samatva Yoga. What is that? Internal consciousness is now they are souls. So give them proper final rights. Hmm? In our Indian army, they kill the militants and they give them proper burial also, according to Muslim tradition. Why? Because Bhagavad Gita talks about it. Bhagavad Gita says internally we should have the Samatva Yoga consciousness. Externally we should do Nishkam Karma Yoga. Internally is Mr. Gandhi, he wanted equanimity as external. Everybody is equal. And therefore, his philosophy had a lot of confusion. Because something that is internal should not be made external. We cannot get equality. Right? There will be always something or the other. Why? Because this world has what? Duality. Dvanda. Means there is happiness, there is distress. And these things are not going to go away. There is friendship, there is enemy. This thing is going to remain. Right? How many wars are happening in this world today? Huh? Two wars are happening, right? So war is going to be there. There will be some friends, there will be some enemies. Externally, we have to do our duty with Nishkam Yoga. Internally, we should see, okay, everyone is equal only. You know, there's spirit soul in everyone. If we try to do external, then we may, it's like, going and embracing a lion. What will happen if we embrace a lion? Arey, I see you equally. You are like me only. Ha, I go and hug you. Then what will happen? If someone hugs a lion, yeah, the lion will eat the man. Right?
Yes, yes.
So this samatvam, this equality is internal consciousness. I understand the lion is, there is a spirit soul in the lion. But Nishkam Karma Yoga, I have to be away from him. That is duality. Hmm? So both things have to be there. Duality, we have to tolerate the duality, and internally we have to develop samatva. Tolerate the duality, perform Nishkam Karma Yoga. Okay, so this is the message of Krishna. The third thing that he says is Sthita Dhira. Sthita. Sthitadhira. That we'll discuss next week. This thing we discussed Atma Tattva and Karma Yoga. To some extent, we discussed Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is a topic in third, fourth, fifth chapter also. So again, we will revisit. Hmm? Okay. Any question, comment? Yes. Any question or comment? Anyone?
Prabhu, where can we get this document from? Like,
I will share. I'll share.
okay,
I will. I will share in the WhatsApp group discuss, and I will share the link and I'll put it in description. These two
okay,
folders I will share with all. Gitartha
okay.
Sangraha and Discover Yourself. I'll share. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. So no questions. Can we stop here then? Hmm?
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.